Hey, the video that you about to watch may be a little scattered, a little all over the place, but it's my first YouTube video, so judge your mother. Hey, what's going on, tribe? It's your boy Harley, aka TheePlantDaddy, aka Arthur Stewart, aka whatever you want to call me, dog. Don't even matter right now. All that matters is that this video's finally up. This channel's finally live. You asked for me, now you got me. I could finally take the world, bring it into my world, and hopefully it makes it just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You guys have been showing me so much love and support. I want to thank you guys. If you don't follow me on any social media, it's TheePlantDaddy on everything. But I posted on Twitter for you guys to hit me up with questions and topics for a YouTube video, and you guys did that because of course you down. And I was reading through these Jones, and I appreciate just the depth of the question that you're asking, because it lets me know what you guys think that I know, and I feel like that speaks volumes. But I'm gonna get right into the joint. I ain't gonna waste your time. I hope y'all having a bomb ass day. If you're not, look at your problems and give them that for me. Yeah. So first question topic thing. She wants me to discuss apartment living and composting, moving towards 100% sustainable living, reducing waste and trash output, segging from a city to a farm, and front lawn gardening tips. I bet. Apartment living and composting. I don't live in an apartment, but I have a friend that does, and I'm actually have adopted her composting method at this moment because I don't have a composter right now. I'm gonna be building one on this channel. We're gonna be building one together, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a super cheap and easy joint, and it's just gonna like build up and evolve over time. We're gonna make that shit together in a couple weeks. But what my friend does, what I do now, is take all the fruit scraps, all the produce, and all the stuff that you want to compost, and freeze it so that way it doesn't start breaking down or any bugs don't start, you know, gravitating towards it, and put it in a compostable bag. And once a week, or how many times you go to the grocery store, I actually go a lot. So Whole Foods or most organic markets that have a compostable bin, and so you just take it out the freezer and drop it in that joint, and you good for real. So that is what I would recommend doing until you make a smaller, more efficient one. Moving towards 100% sustainable living. I would say besides the obvious, growing your own food, herbs, and making your own medicines and making your own everything for because the less that you depend on, them people out there that don't give a damn about us, then the better. And so make your own stuff and actually get out there and talk with your community. Build a sense of, have a sense of community, and talk with your neighbors. They might make something that you go out and buy, and you may make something that they go out and buy. And why do that when you can, just barter goods at the good old days? So I would do those things. I'm gonna make a whole video on all this stuff way more in depth. I don't want to waste too much time. But next, reducing waste and trash output. Of course, stop buying so much plastic. Stop buying so much shit in general, because like, I know y'all hip that when you get a package, you get so many different types of materials in that joint. You get like cardboard, plastic, styrofoam, metal from the Staples or whatever, and everything for real, you know what I'm saying? So I would say stop buying so many things in general, because it's, at the end of the day, it's not really sustainable. And yes, black people, that means stop accepting so much free shit just to pile up in your house, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, segging from a city to a farm. I would say, for one, of course, get a car. If you don't have that, that'll be pretty different. But getting out there, once again, talking with the community, talking with the farmers, I'm sure that they are more than happy to share any information, that they're just waiting for somebody, to talk to them and engage with them. You'll be surprised at how much they look out. So I'd really get out there and talk to all the locals in that area. Front lawn gardening tips. I'm so glad you asked me this. For the longest time, I've been confused with humans' infatuation with grass. And I mean, like, I know that in my area, I have so many people with big ass lawns, and it gets full sun all day, and they just cut the grass low because nothing eats it. We don't eat it. I don't have that many grazing animals in the area to eat it, so that's why we gotta cut it. And they just tell people to stay off of it all day so they can look at it and make it look nice. And I think that that's weird as shit, because we got homeless people right down the street, and we could all just grow something on our yard. And if we really build a sense of community, then we could all grow something in our yard, all look out for each other, and use that space to grow something. But so yeah, of course, growing food, if you get good sunlight, if you, depending on your zone, or maybe do some local plants, you can put like nice plants out there, get that shit going. You could build ponds, you could build landscapes. I think if you have any idea of paradise in your head, anything that you're sitting there daydreaming, I think that you could turn your yard into that, your own property into that, you know what I'm saying? Get that out of your head and get that into your life for real, because it's all a matter of perspective. I love where I live now, and it hasn't always looked like this. I've turned this into my paradise, and it feels amazing as and so, yeah, I appreciate all of your questions. I'm gonna touch on all these in a like I'm gonna touch on them all later on. Moving on to next one. When can you transition water propagated plants to the soil? Mine always die when I switch them from water to soil. I wish I had some right now that I could show you, but I don't have any that's ready to be put into the soil, but I'll make a video when I do that. But I would say make sure that you're propagating them right. You can do some type of natural root hormone on them to make sure that they're like, you know, getting nice strong roots, and wait until they're developed because they're super sensitive, and just being really careful with the whole process. So I'll make a whole video on that soon. How often do you give plants plant food? How often do you fertilize the soil? How often do you trim your plants? I do mine like once or twice a month. A lot of people do theirs like every 2 weeks during the growing months. During the winter time, I don't really bother doing it because the plants aren't growing as much. So from spring to summer, I'll do it every 2 to 4 weeks. I'll fertilize my plants. I think it's important to not over fertilize, because a lot of the soil that you're using, if you're just getting a plant especially and you're repotting it, a lot of the soil comes with fertilizer, so you don't want to over fertilize and burn your plants. How often do you trim your plants? That's really kind of up to you. I don't trim mine that often. Of course, when I'm propagating, or if I see some damaged leaves or anything, or if they're reaching out for the sun, if they're getting like not as much sun as they should and they're reaching out and they're looking super leggy, you can cut that back to give it the full shape again. I think that's kind of like, you know, up to you. Or when they're outgrowing your spot, I love my stuff looking all wild. So, hey. Next question. How to start and where to start for somebody that wants to switch to a plant-based diet? I'm glad you asked that question. I think that the most important thing to do is just make sure that you have a solid foundation on why you're doing this, because our environment doesn't really cater to being healthy and plant-based at the moment. It's getting better, but at the moment it really doesn't. It's way too easy to slip up if you don't have a true passion for doing it. So me personally, man, I was the most unhealthy person before I went vegan. Like, I was in the hospital at 21 with heart problems. I've been through it with my health, and even before the day before I turned vegan, I was eating still like 8 chicken breasts a day to try and do bodybuilding and whatever, man. But I watched Earthlings, and I swear I was vegan overnight, because it hit me hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very ethical person, and that one hit me. So you could watch a lot of different documentaries on the different ethics, the different health, different environmental reasons. There's so many good videos out there, so much good information out there. As far as like what to eat, you'll be surprised. It's not really that hard. You probably eat a lot of vegan food already. You just put meat and dairy on top of it. But I would just say there's a whole bunch of recipes on the internet. There's a whole bunch of vegan YouTube channels, vegan Twitters, people that post recipes nonstop. So it's not as hard as it used to be. I'll post some stuff on veganism here and there. I'm not gonna like be head on with it. I'll post some stuff here and there. Who knows? This may be a cooking channel one day, dog. Who knows? So yeah, stay tuned. Good luck on your journey, bro. I'm glad that you're like even thinking about doing that. Next, we want you to bless us with taking orders. My mama still needs one of those fire ass arrangements. I feel you, dog. I feel you. I got excuses for days as to why they haven't been able to be shipped yet. I'm gonna save my breath. Coming soon, man. I hope you like the Q&A though. I hope you like this video. Next up, let me open my DM, see what's in here. I can't show y'all everything in here, you know, it gets a little wild in this. Alright. Question, ways to use household items in designing and gardening. I noticed that you have a do-it-yourself book stand. I do not. If you see me with one, please send me a picture of that, because I want one now. Using scrap wood into plant beds, and how to incorporate some sort of man-made water body into our yards. Also, is yours natural, or is there a tank up there? Alright, if you're talking about this thing right here, I hope this pops up, or else I look dumb as shit. This video, this is just rain and compaction and steps and all that stuff just flooding, honestly. It's probably not that healthy for my yard, but I like it. I like my shit to, you know, like I said, run wild. But I'll be making videos on a pond actually soon, because I want one. I built them in the past, and I'm going to build a small one in my front yard. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to show you the whole step. I'm going to vlog the whole thing. Using scrap wood, I haven't done that many do-it-yourselves. I want to. I'm going to do them on this channel. But I would assume that, you know, just sanding it down, you're treating the wood, and you should be good to go. We're gonna explore all that stuff though. Pertaining to your most recent post, for a person planning to switch to veganism but is afraid to lose a muscle mass, which of the foods in a plant-based diet can one derive the most protein? That's an interesting question, because I think you're referring to the post where I was like in the gym and I had my shirt off, you know what I'm saying, looking all, I was flexing on them, you know what I'm saying, but the caption said that I don't give a fuck about protein, which is facts for me. You know, I think that as long as you're eating a healthy plant-based whole food diet, you're getting your amino acids in, which are the building blocks of protein anyway. You're getting your amino acids and your different vitamins. You're really eating nutrient-rich food, and you're hitting the gym. You're going hard, man. You're not gonna really have a problem with muscle loss. You know, you may lose some weight initially, but it'll be like body fat. It'll be inflammation. It'll be a whole bunch of other shit melting off, but it won't be a muscle, bruh. Just keep pushing with that. I'm gonna try to finish this up. This video is getting kind of long. Alright, for the YouTube channel, I'd definitely like to hear a review of the secret life of plants and also talking about masculinity and spirituality. Man, all that's gonna take a lot of minutes that we all don't have at this exact moment, but I'll do the best I can. Secret Life of Plants, that's one of the dopest books I've read. If you think of these things as inferior to you consciously or intelligently, then I would highly suggest reading that book. It's so many experiments throughout it that break down the true essence of these beings, and it just heightens your respect so much for them. I don't even know why we don't have that book in schools. We're gonna start a campaign to get that book in schools. Talk about masculinity and spirituality. Masculinity, that's a tough one. I don't want to go too in depth. I feel there's a Webster's dictionary version of the definition. There's a social construct version of the definition. There's so many ways that you could explore that, but me personally, man, I just try to blur the lines of everything, because if I look to that definition too much, then I'm gonna like be thinking of a way to be instead of just being me, instead of just dissolving into my essence and being Harley, you know what I'm saying, which is what I need to do in this lifetime. So I don't really like try to trip too much on what that even means. I'll still be out here doing poems, gardening, hitting the gym, doing a whole bunch of manly shit that, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but I just blur the lines, man. Do yourself, do your thing. Androgyny is the future, bruh. Spirituality.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Excuse me while I talk over myself real quick. I decided that I didn't really want to touch on what I was saying in this video regarding this topic. I want to save everything for a later date. But if there's anything that I could give you guys, if there's anything to take away, well, first off, I never want to come across as a guru, so this probably won't be like a super spiritual teaching channel, but I do want to unfold my story. We all have a beautiful story that can help somebody. But anyways, if there's anything that you could take away that I could give you real quick, is that God is everything, God is in everything, and that in my life, I try to seek out, I seek out as much God as possible and try to download as much God as possible into my consciousness. You feel me?
Can you do a long-ass plant garden house tour? That'll be coming soon. I got you on that. Look out for that. I got you. All right, I'm not going to answer any more questions at this exact moment, but if I'm on social media, you guys can DM me. I love hearing from you guys. You guys can tweet me. I try to get back. If I miss it, I'm sorry. I really do try to get back to you guys and interact with you guys, and I want to do it even more. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that YouTube people shit. I'm going to have so much more content coming from you guys. I'm going to have so many vlogs. By the time this is up, hopefully I'll be having the next one edited already. And yeah, man, now that, for me, it's always starting, and hey, I'm happy to be here. I hope you enjoyed this, John. I love you guys. Peace.